Oh boy.
So now we're in the post-game, which is still the regular game.
Yeah.
You can now give the order to develop or dispose of nuclear weapons from your iDroid. With a nuclear deterrent, even if you're discovered while infiltrating a rival PF's FOB, most PFs won't dare retaliate. But you, of all people, know how dangerous it can be to have nuclear weapons. So will you add nukes to our arsenal as a deterrent? Or will you take them away from other PFs and dispose of them to help build a world that's free of nuclear weapons? I'll leave that decision up to you.
So yeah, that's a new thing for the FOB stuff. You can just nuke other people's FOBs in retaliation.
Hell yeah.
But, you know, there's the whole deterrence thing. They can have nukes too, and then they might nuke you and stuff like that.
Nuclear winter, motherfucker.
Whoa.
Burn it all down.
So we'll be getting to this more later on in the LP, but there's actually a community-wide goal in this game on FOBs to dismantle all player-created nukes and create a nuke-free world in the game.
That's awesome.
That is a thing you can do. It has never been accomplished.
Yet, let us spread the gospel.
There's some really interesting stuff going on with the nuclear disarmament stuff that we'll get into later.
It sounds like one mission you can do on an FOB is to steal their nukes.
Yes, yep, you can steal people's nukes, and that's how you disarm them.
And then you disarm them for them.
Yep.
As long as they aren't developing them faster.
Correct. This, of course, is separated by platform: PC, Xbox, PlayStation.
Okay.
It's not a full thing. I believe on PC, it's been a long time since I've looked, but there were like hundreds of thousands of nukes that still needed to be disarmed.
That sounds like the PC player base. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a way bigger number than on any other platform. By the way, let's listen to Code Talker talk about parasites living within us.
Code Talker, haven't seen you eat a single thing since you got here. Let me guess. Photosynthesis? Oh? What makes you say that? A long time ago, I knew someone with a similar ability. Well, you are correct. Most of my body is covered with parasites. I supply them with water, and in return, I receive sugars they produce when exposed to light. It isn't just my skin either. The parasites also act as my eyes. They have replaced many of my internal organs as well. It is thanks to them that I live on after over a century. How did you obtain them anyway? Through your research? I would like to say as much, but there is more to it than that. Let me take you back 20 years. I had hit a dead end with my parasite research. Then I was approached by a foundation. They said they had a sample of an unusual strain of parasite. Which foundation? Apparently, they had links to ARPA. But that is all I learned. I was somewhat ignorant of the ways of the world. Just being able to study it was enough for me. Yeah, I've heard that before. Go on. Half in doubt, I visited them to discover the body of an old man. Well, to be precise, his partial remains. A collection of parts, you could say. The man had died in an explosion. An old man, you say? His flesh had not decomposed. In fact, the tissue's cells were still metabolizing. The parasite had infected, or should I say assimilated with, the tissues, and was keeping them alive. I became obsessed with studying the body parts, foregoing food and even sleep. Every day was filled with new discoveries. The parasite's biology, internal anatomy, life cycle. But there was only so much I could learn through observation. And so I made a decision. To truly know the parasites, I had to live with them.
So, you implanted them inside you from the dead man's flesh?
Correct. It was quite a gamble, whether or not they would adapt to me. But fortunately, it appears I was compatible with them. Or perhaps, through my many years of research, my immune system learned to tolerate them.
Were they that body's only parasite?
Yes. However, there was a separate specimen that supplied its host with adrenaline in response to pain. And yet another that could control insects at will through secreting heterogeneous pheromones. I wanted exposure to them, to take them into me. But my wishes were denied. Their records, though, provided clues that helped advance my research. Would you care to join me? A life spent never worrying about food is a most wonderful one.
I think I'll pass. But thanks. This has been helpful.
But yeah, that tape is incredible to me. Just going back, going like, actually, the Cobra Unit, they had parasites in them that let them do their crazy shit. And straight up, like, Code Talker just having the same parasites that the end had.
Mm-hmm. And trying to get the others, but they wouldn't let him.
God, imagine if Code Talker was in this game and he had all the Cobra Unit's powers in one being.
I want him to have the bees.
He was off base during the attack 9 years ago.
He's just like shooting fire ghosts at you that are covered in bees while hanging from the ceiling because he can dislocate all of his joints to climb like an idiot. And fucking...
And then he wouldn't need you to rescue him. He could just be like, well, fuck you, Skullface, I'm out.
Yeah.
I have magic bees.
God, he could be like the most powerful character in Metal Gear. Where did the Cobra Unit members find those parasites and they let anybody know they had those in them?
Did they even know they had those in them?
Yeah, did they even
Just
know?
One day, he wakes up and is like, wait a minute, I'm good at bees. How did that happen?
If there was ever that dreamed, like, prequel Metal Gear game where you play as the boss and it's a co-op game where you can play as the other Cobra Unit members, they should start out without parasites and throughout the game. They get infected with those during World War II because the Nazis knew about them.
Yeah.
And they were experimenting with them.
Did that water taste weird to anybody? Oh. Next day. The fear!
Yeah, they're all completely normal human beings, and they turn into freak shows the next day. Like, the fear doesn't start talking like fucking Gargamel until the next day. The fear! Anyways, we got another Lost Mother base soldier.
You gonna extract him?
And the boss doesn't drink the water. She brings her own.
Yeah, yep.
Boss, come on back to base.
Well,
if we learn something, whose job is it to maintain the fucking pipes?
we were able to take care of a perfectly fragile puppy. But man, these kids instantly crushed by pipes. Probably shouldn't have let them in the pipe room.
Boss, thank you for putting an end to the epidemic.
Thank you for killing Ralph by negligence. He gave me a swirly.
Combat support.
Like,
I don't know how you can give a swirly to someone 3 times your size,
God,
but he
like,
did it.
Ocelot seems like the one between him and Miller who's the one more likely to, like, look after the kids. And I'm just imagining, like, Uncle Ocelot just, like, with his back towards the kids playing with all the loose, heavy steel pipes in the construction warehouse. And he's just, like, reading, like, a Torture Monthly magazine, just going, like, be careful.
Now, I don't know how many of these wing nuts you can take off before it's unsafe, but probably more than a few.
Go nuts! Maybe it was a bad idea to have children on this base. Maybe.
Maybe it's a bad idea to have this base. It's falling apart. There's giant heavy pipes.
Boss, the kids won't stop playing on the Metal Gear. One of them fell 60 feet to his death.
Boss, the shipment of uranium and yellow cake is here. Also, we lost Ralph, too. Yes, those are related. Turns out his teeth fell out, and, he jumped over the edge rather than wait to see what came next. Anyway, we're gonna watch The Lion King. Here the kids love it.
Boss, one of the children got eaten by the bear. I thought it would be a good chance to have them learn about animals, but, you know, that's nature. I hope the other kids learn something.
Give us a development
Boss,
order,
Ralph 5 looked at me funny. We're on Ralph 6 now.
Oh, Snake. What is it, Snake? Oh, somebody took this while we were fishing. That day, I figured out that it doesn't really matter if you catch a fish or not. Just waiting for a fish together can be the most fun of all. Oh yeah, Chico got all worked up and almost fell into the sea. When they do some more fishing, tell me, okay? Ugh. My head, it hurts.
Yeah, about the whole Chico falling to the sea thing, that did happen, just under a different context. Okay, good night. Well, one of these pictures will help, maybe. I don't know.
But why do you want that?
I don't know. I mean...
Look, we can't have any Cypher spies on our base. Now, let's reawaken the memories of the one confirmed Cypher spy on the base.
Yeah. Like, I guess Miller wants to get info out of her, but, like, I don't know, man.
I just received word from the R&D team and the transport team out of Afghanistan. They finished installing Sahelanthropus on the base. It's ours now.
All right. Don't let any of the staff touch that thing. Especially Emmerich.
Of course. That guy's crush on Sahelanthropus is beyond a joke. Guess he really wants to see his tech stand on its own 2 legs this time.
That's not gonna happen.
I know it. So you've got no plans to make it operational again?
Damn right.
Boss, I want to hear it straight from you.
Hear what?
What the hell do you want with that thing? The drive is busted. It's not like it has a nuke on board. Even if the metallic archaea could turn it into a nuclear weapon, all it can do is self-destruct. Sahelanthropus just isn't a weapon anymore. It'll draw unwanted attention without even being a deterrent.
I know.
The weapon's development strut sank 2 feet under that thing's wake. That's 1 year's drop in a single night. We've started on reinforcing the strut, but there's no guarantee it'll hold up if a storm hits.
I know that too.
Boss, why keep it?
It's a mark. Us Diamond Dogs, we don't have a country to call home. That means we have no past, nothing to prove that we lived. Every one of us threw it all away when we came here. Sahelanthropus is a symbol to show that the likes of us brought at least one crisis to its end.
A mark in history. So we can't just fade away.
It's of no practical use to us. But we still need it.
A symbol of what we've done.
I'm glad I sounded you out on this. Snake, on behalf of all of us, I want to thank you.
I don't need gratitude. I need security. Keep Emmerich away from that thing.
Roger that.
Yeah, they briefly mentioned all Sahelanthropus could do was self-destruct. That's from a cassette tape I'll be posting in a separate video like this episode, I think. But yeah, basically Sahelanthropus's armor is made out of depleted uranium, and it has metallic archaea that it can deploy to enrich its armor and then make it blow up.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's incredibly stupid, though.
It's really stupid, but
It's
yeah.
so stupid.
It's like a, yeah. Every Sahelanthropus can self-detonate if it needs to. Turn itself into a nuke. You know, all this talk about, like, constant security need to get to keep Huey away from touching his big robot. Maybe we should just fire Huey?
Yeah.
Get rid of him? Look, I got S+ rank R&D dudes at this point. We can lose Huey.
Here's a way to keep Huey away from the big robot.
Yeah.
Really narrow stairs. Have we considered really narrow stairs?
Yeah. Code Talker also hangs out in a part of the base you cannot get to, but you can see him when you're flying away. I just wish I could, like, talk to him or something. Just let me sit down to Code Talker and have him spew out the same cassette tapes.
At least then we'll get gestures. He loves his gestures.
He does. Alright. We got a new side up. Capture the legendary Ibis. Around this...
a bird.
Yeah.
You're going to go bird hunting.
We're gonna go bird hunting.
This is not a code name. This is a bird.
Yep.
Okay.
So... I mean, Vapor Snake's the one that loves animals. We'll send him out. But yeah, around this point, Chapter 2 is when a lot of extra side-ups start unlocking that are, not goofy, but they're, like, the more interesting ones, at least, like hunting legendary animals and stuff. Because at least the, the legendary animals also do some unlock some extra things for you when you capture them, too, so...
It is pretty out here, though.
Yeah, I really like this section of this map. It's really nice looking. I mean, like, it's a chance for all the snakes to relax. Cypher isn't really much of an issue. Skullface is dead. It's time to just chill out.
Yeah.
Go bird watching / hunting. Need some music, though. How about the music for when Jin was born?
It's majestic.
Nature,
I'll give you
wow.
that. Yeah. Oh, please do not perform a donkey punch.
Too late. Faster than a donkey!
Oh my god, you gave the donkey a rectal exam.
I'm very happy the entire soundtrack for this anime is easily accessible.
I'm just happy that the dog's birth was marked by soulful electric guitar.
Yeah. Thanks, dog.
Okay.
Okay, I will give you affection. Don't get used to it.
We got two donkeys.
Where's my bird at?
Dog will find the bird.
We're not recreating up here. You cannot trust the dog to find the bird.
He's
Oh
such
my god,
he's
we
a great
are
dog.
recreating up here.
Whoa.
We even have a small, annoying child. And a 100-year-old man.
Yeah, we do! Wow, we're there. Alright, the bird, though, likes to hang out over here.
Oh, every bird loves a good waterfall. That's
Yeah.
true.
There he is.
That's the target.
Hey, boss, fuck up that bird.
That's an African sacred ibis. It was venerated by the ancient Egyptians and inspired the god Jehudi, also known as Thoth, the god of death. Though some believe that was simply because the ibis keeps snakes away. Maybe not the most encouraging sight for you, huh?
I can't believe they let him mispronounce Jehudi.
You right? Jehudi. Well, if you try to go bird hunting, unfortunately the bird is out of range of the fist. You lose signal to the fist. It technically is possible to hit him with the fist, but you would need such impeccable timing. And also, even if you try to get it with, like, the lightning, your stun arm, it don't work.
Too fast for lightning.
The lightning on the stun arm only works on people. It does not affect animals.
That's good, honestly. I like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I get that it's not helpful right now, but
Yeah.
generally speaking.
The Fulton Balloon thing also can stun animals, but it cannot Fulton animals. It can only Fulton dudes.
Like so.
Yeah. But yeah. When you knock out the bird, it plays the sound effect for locking on to an enemy from Zone of the Enders.
Very, very good.
And yeah, on top of all the stuff Ocelot said, linking it to Jehudi, if we look at the bird, it has the same color scheme as Jehudi has from Zone of the Enders. The
And there's a small man in its crotch.
oh man, Dingo! There he is. So yeah, we get some Zone of the Enders related emblem parts.
Oh, yeah.
And also, it unlocks a new cyborg arm or bionic arm to develop called the Hand of Jehudi.
Oh, incredible.
We'll see that next episode, I believe.
Oh,
It's a good
can't
hand.
wait.
It's a super fun hand. Yeah, we'll start making that. But yeah, I'm very happy there's a little bit of Zone of the Enders stuff in here. But yeah, again, stun arm can't do, like, the normal charges will stun animals, but the lightning just, it doesn't do it.
It's because animals are so grounded.
I guess so.
You can still kick
You
a
can
goat.
still kick the shit out of goats, though.
You can just kick the goat right in its guts.
Oh. Also, well, if Dee Dee gets to the helicopter first, he'll just bark at you a lot. Because he wants you to get on the
Aw.
helicopter.
Oh, buddy.
What a good
I
dog.
would love a side game, or even, like, I don't know, a comic series or an audio drama about what Skullface was doing during Operation Snake Eater.
Yeah. I still
That'd
can't.
be so cool.
The first time I played this, I was just like, fucking what? When they were just like.
It's such a dumb thing to just say,
Yeah.
but it opens up possibilities. Like someone with the time and interest could make that into something.
Yeah. Especially because it's just like. Even in that game, like, Snake of the Stars told, like, don't leave any traces. And, like, no matter what, you leave traces of your existence everywhere in that game. So it kind of makes sense that there would be some guy maybe cleaning up all of your shit.
Yes.
But,
Skullface hates you because he's an overworked janitor.
yeah, he was just a dude who had to just go, like, with tweezers in a plastic bag and just pick up all the trank dart bullet casing you left behind. And all the stupid porn magazines and calorie mate boxes and ramen wrappers.
His face isn't like that from the fire or anything. It's because of all the bee stings from those hives that you dropped on people. He had to put the hives back in the trees.
Yeah, you don't realize it while playing Metal Gear Solid 3, but back in the LP when I did the SWOB trick, right, I got a guy caught off guard with the porn magazine and then stung by a million bees. That was Skullface in disguise.
What? There's smoke there. Let's investigate the smoke. Oh, there's a porno mag. Never mind. Oh no, bees! That's the oldest trick in the book.
That was him. Now I've retconned something.
It all makes sense.
That's a really long name. There's got to be like an acronym or something for that.
I'll call it the SWOB. I don't even know if that's the acronym, but SWOB sounds pretty good.
You got swabbed, sucker.